What's good, gamers? Throne and Liberty launched 2 weeks ago, and there's a lot of hidden progression systems. But don't worry, I'm here to help you stay in the loop so you don't get too far behind. One of the features that a lot of people don't seem to know too much about is this island of Saurodoma. So in this video, I'm going to go over the nighttime chests and how they can give you extra dungeon runs per day. Strap in and enjoy the video. Starting out, we should talk about ways to get to the island. Now, the natural way to get here is to swim from the nearest waypoint here in Daybreak Shores, right? Now, you could teleport and just swim across the water here. It's not a very large gap, you know, you jump off here and then you swim to the dock that's over here and you get on the dock, right? Keep in mind, you can also take the whale, but it only spawns every few hours, and you can use that to unlock this waypoint right here. You fly on the whale, he's going to go all around the map, and then eventually he's going to come back to Saurdoma, and once he gets to be flying right about here, you're going to be able to jump off of its wings and make it to the waypoint, right? And you'll be able to unlock this Saurodoma waypoint that's right here. But you cannot use this waypoint during nighttime, so you would have to teleport here right before it turns nighttime to prepare yourself, right? Otherwise, you're just going to end up having to swim across the water. All right, well, now it's time to talk about the juice that comes from the island at night. The chests. For those that are not aware, there are chests that spawn on the island at nighttime every 2 hours for 30 minutes, right? So there will be 2 hours of daytime and then 30 minutes of nighttime in-game, over and over again throughout the day. These chests will always give you Abyss currency, which you can turn in for the Abyss dungeon reward chests, and they have a 50-50 chance to either give you dungeon tokens or Abyss contract tokens, right? So that's huge. Now, there's 3 tiers of chests that will spawn on the island, either small, medium, or large, based on how deep into the night cycle it is, right? The small or sailor's chest will always give you 3 Abyss currency and 300 dungeon or Abyss tokens. The medium or captain's chest will always give 6 Abyss currency and 600 dungeon tokens or Abyss tokens. And the large chest or pirate king's chest will always give 10 Abyss currency and 900 dungeon or Abyss tokens. This is massive. So 1 minute after nighttime begins, at 29 minutes left of nighttime, 2 chests will spawn at the same time outside the cave. So anywhere from here all the way around here, even back here and over here. Oh, not there. Over here as well. There will be 2 chests that spawn, right? After that, there will be more small chests that spawn, and then there will be medium chests and then large chests the further that nighttime goes on. Every 5 minutes after the first 2 chests spawn, there will be 1 chest that spawns outside and 1 chest that spawns inside the cave. If you're a solo rat, then I would definitely recommend going inside the cave here and looting the chests in there. You can also get there through a drop down over here, as well as over here and over here. And here you can go into the cave, right? So you really have like 5 entrances that you can get into the cave. If there's like a Zerg blocking one, you have multiple ways to get inside. After those first 2 chests that spawn, like I said, 1 will spawn outside, 1 inside. And then at 14 minutes left, so about halfway through the nighttime, the outside chests will only spawn up here on this top section, and the inside chests will only spawn in the back of the cave. Now I can go and show you what the cave layout looks like. Remember, there will always be 1 that spawns somewhere out here below the geyser, below this top section, right? It could even be way back here, could be over here somewhere. It's really random. Sometimes I've seen both chests spawn like right here and right here, or right here and right here. Sometimes 1 spawns here. It's completely random on where they're actually going to spawn at. So you just have to keep an eye out, pay attention to the timers to see when the next chest is spawning, and then be ready to look on the mini map to see where it's popping up. If you're standing up there where I was just at, you can pretty easily see where a chest is anywhere on the map. It'll have a red beam coming off of it. Now, if you're in this cave, obviously you can't see like past the cave walls, so you're just gonna have to run around. But just like I said, how the second 15 minutes, the chests spawn on top of the geyser, the second 15 minutes in the cave, they all spawn down here. The first 15 minutes in the cave, they all spawn up here, right? So what I like to do is after the first 2 chest spawns, I'll go into the cave because I'm alone on this character. This is a free-to-play West Coast alt. I don't have much gear on here, but I did gear myself up enough to where, you know, if somebody does jump on me and they're not very well geared, then I'll be able to take them, right? I'll be able to 1v1 them, and this can earn me the chest a lot of times. There's been so many times where I've 1v1'd, 1v2'd, 1v3'd to get these chests in the cave, and I highly recommend at least trading somewhat on your ult. Not just for PvP, but if I go into my PvE setup right now, even though as you just saw my gear, I'm over 2300. So whenever I go on the dungeon board to try and find groups, I'll be able to join like the 2250 groups and the 2200, the 2300 groups. If I was in my PvP setup, I would lower my gear score. Okay, well, not lowered enough. Lower my gear score down to 2200, and I would not be able to get inside those 2300 groups, right? So you can get into so many more groups if you just go ahead and get your gear up just a little bit, right? Even if it's bad traits that you're leveling up, it doesn't matter. Every trait adds towards your stats, right? But anyways, at 24 minutes, so in 1 second, a chest is about to spawn. Boom, we can see it on the mini-map. I like to hang out right around here inside the cave so that you can see this entire area if it spawns. And if it's not spawning here, then you just run over here, right? It takes 1 minute for the chests to become lootable after they spawn. So that gives you time to either A, kill some mobs, B, kill a player, or C, get to the area and find it before it's actually spawned. I try to invis past the nearby mobs so that the ones that saw me further back won't aggro to me while I'm grabbing the chest. You'll see I'm at 3,900 dungeon tokens. I will either get 300 of these or 300 of these. Oh, we got a bogey. Are you going, Slimy? Thought you wanted to play this game, dude. My chests. So yeah, prime example, you want to have some kind of gear so that you can fight these guys that are jumping in on you. And real quick, as you can see, we got 300 dimensional contract tokens from that and 3 abyss currency because it was a small chest. Now this is one of the larger chests. This is one of the 600 chests that has a chance to give us 600 tokens. What do we get? Ooh, we only got abyss contract tokens, but we got 6 abyss currency, right? Remember, the abyss currency we can use to craft these items here. Now, the last 2 chests that are going to spawn are going to be 9 minutes and 4 minutes. So these are both going to be king chests and have a chance to give us 900 dungeon currency or abyss contract currency. Now, something to note is the timing on these servers is a little bit different per server, right? So where I say it spawns at 9 minutes, on some servers, it'll spawn actually up to 30 seconds before that or 30 seconds after that. So you have to pay attention. Sometimes it'll be at 10.5 minutes, or sorry, at 10 minutes, and sometimes it will be at like 8 minutes it will spawn. This normally doesn't happen. Normally it's only between about a 10-second differential, but I've noticed on different servers the timing is different. So pay attention. You can always tell when the chest spawns. There will be a pop-up that happens. It's about to happen in a few seconds. Once we get closer to 9 minutes, there will be a pop-up that says the treasure chest has spawned, and that's when you know that you need to start running around and looking for it. Otherwise you may miss it or you may get there too late, right? So prime example, this is spawned 30 seconds sooner. You saw the treasure hunter, he said the Pirate King's chest is spawned. It's 9 minutes and 22 seconds left and it's already spawned, right? We're just gonna go ahead and head over there and then try and find a little safe zone real quick where we can de-aggro the mobs. You really don't want to have to kill the mobs. It leaves so much time for somebody to come up to the chest and loot it while you're there. I'll try and invis past these so I don't have to deal with those. Could have probably gone around the rock as well. We're gonna want to kill these 2 mobs like as soon as possible. 4 mobs. 4 mobs. Okay. At least there's no sentries. The sentries are the worst ones. You can kite the melees around as much as you want, but the sentries are really annoying. because they have a ranged attack. We also have almost no ranged defenses right now. We're pretty much all melee evasion because this is an untraded character, right? So the sentries are bad news bears. As you can see, the chest is now lootable. Got here a couple seconds late, plus I had to kill the mobs. Not every chest is controlled by mobs, luckily. And some of them are pretty easy to rat. Should kill these here. Alright, we loot the chest. This is the Pirate King's chest, as you can see. This is the large chest. This could give me 900. Obviously, I'm at 4,200 right now. So I would hit cap, and it would delete the excess. Boom. I got 300 dungeon tokens. I was at the cap, so I cannot get any more. But we can still get Abyss currency, the 10 Abyss currency. So I'm going to stay and try and loot the last chest, and then we'll be at 44 Abyss currency, which will allow me to craft my necklace. The next chest that's going to spawn is going to spawn right here. It spawns up here every single time. The last chest that spawns are the only one that have a static location. This one spawns here. The one outside spawns up top the geyser by the big statue platform area. I can run up there after I grab this chest real quick. And sometimes if you're quick enough, you can actually hit both chests. If nobody's competing for them, you can hit both large chests on your server, which is absolutely insane. Honestly, that's 20 Abyss currency, a possible of 1,800 tokens just from hitting a chest that spawns at the exact same time as another one. We're gonna de-aggro these mobs, and we're gonna wait for it to get a little bit closer. You don't want to kill the mobs too soon. You kind of want to wait until the chest spawns or right before the chest spawns. Otherwise, the mobs will be respawning before you're actually able to loot the chest, and you have to kill them again. Sorry, I just had to kill somebody real quick. I was trying to take my chest, but we are clearing the mobs. The chest has just spawned. And we will loot the chest and see if we can get some Abyss currency. We always get Abyss currency, so it's guaranteed. But yeah, Slimy tried to come after me again real quick. R.I.P. Slimy, dude. Gone but not forgotten. 10 Abyss currency. We're not going to have enough time to run to the other chest in time, but I'll show you guys where it's at. Once you go up top, the last chest will spawn up here. This is above the geyser where you can take the geyser there. I just took it out of the cave real quick. There's another area you can pop out the cave right there. And the final chest will be here at the Cherubim altar that spawns outside. But chances of you getting both chests are very slim. I would suggest starting out up here and then going down inside like I did. But yeah, the last chest spawns right here. There will of course be PvP here, and you will die sometimes if you aren't in a large guild, but you can 100% rat these chests. I do this on my West Coast, free to play alt character, on the most dead server I could find while we still had free server transfers, and have had an infinite supply of dungeon tokens and Abyss currency for the most part. In the past 4 days since the island released on free to play, I farmed over 400 Abyss currency. Look, I got more things selling right now. Okay, well that wasn't much, but I farmed over 400 Abyss currency. I've listed tons of Clasp of the Conquerors and Alabaster bands on the marketplace, as well as I have 5 or 6 just chilling in my storage right now that had bad rolls and weren't like max health, skill damage boost that I'll probably lithograph later. But yeah, that's a lot of money. You know, you're getting the dungeon tokens, which the dungeon tokens means that you can get more of these dimensional soul shards. 10 of these equals one of the dimensional rings. And you're also getting Abyss currency. You can turn in these Abyss currency for any of these items, right? You only need 40 tokens. What I like to do is I like to craft this Abyss chest right here and get the Clasp of the Conqueror. It's the best value that I found right now, but that's very server dependent. Some people are going to want to take the Etched Alabaster band. Some people are going to want to take the Dark Slayer daggers. But that's pretty much all there is to the island. I hope you enjoyed and learned something from this video, and if you did, please consider dropping a like or a sub to the channel. I'm going to be uploading a few more videos over the next couple weeks talking about how to properly run an alternate character and how to do gear progression properly. Well, thanks for vibing. Peace out.